Hi, you guys. Hi, I apologize for being 4 minutes late. I was getting my groceries delivered and they were late, so that's why I'm here. But 4 minutes is not bad, and this is a free reading. How are you guys doing? Hey, Sharonda. Yes, I know you're an essential worker, but you're in good health, and thank goodness you still are. Thank you for everything that you are doing, taking care of the children of the other essential workers. Childcare workers they're priceless, and I missed the daycare so much for my 5-year-old. All right. Hey Ty, how are you? Hey Alicia, welcome. Hi. Hi Jennifer. Hey Positive for Life. Hey Vanessa. Thank you so much for your donation. Hey Seba. Hey, welcome. Hey Maya. Welcome. How are you? Hey Ashley S. Hello. For everyone that's here, if you could please thumbs up my video. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, do that as well. If you are on my free reading list, all I ask is that you are here when I call your name, and not become a habitual no-show. There are people already here that have more than one no-show. And if you do not stay for your reading tonight, you will not be able to get another reading for 1 week. So if you know who you are, please be mindful of the people's spot that you are holding who I may have to send away, because I am usually completely booked on Thursday, and I was booked last week and had to send people away when others left. So I'm asking that you please be considerate of people who may need a reading. And if you cannot stay, let me know so I can remove your name from the list. Hey Raven, thank you for your donation. Hey y'all, guess whose birthday it is? Not mine, because I'm a Scorpio. It's Ruby's birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Sade. That's her government name. She doesn't like me using that one. But happy birthday to you, my dear sweet friend. If you aren't already following her on social media, she is also an amazing tarot reader. Please check out her Instagram, as she does card picks and pulls and readings there also. Happy birthday. Hey Vicky, hey, welcome. Hey Miranda, hey, welcome. Thank you for your donation. Okay. I think that I have everyone. If you cannot see this list, or you cannot read it, or if it is backwards, please do let me know. This list is for you all. For everyone that I have completed, you'll be marked in green. Okay, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Whether you are new or you are returning to my channel, I appreciate your presence. My name is Brother Rory, aka 𝐃𝐴SANSTAROT, and this is my free weekly live tarot reading. And tonight is my healthy habits reading. I am going to be doing your choice for the free reading list of habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, or habits you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, and the planetary supporting energy with the zodiac tarot that will assist you in developing those habits. If you have submitted a donation, again, thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. You all are on my extended reading list. You are going to be getting both of the habits, the ones you need to break and the ones you need to develop, including the zodiac tarot influence and a oracle message. uh, Jennifer, I was just talking to Jennifer, and she was we were talking about healthy habits, and she was watching My 600-Pound Life. I love that show. I do. I like to see people get better, but not everybody on that show gets better. Okay. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Jade. No, the list isn't closed. If you're new, I do 5 and 5. So 5 people on my extended list, and then 5 people on the free reading list, so as to not keep those who are on the free list waiting very long. And then I close out my extended list with the last 5 people if I reach that maximum, and then I will go on with the rest of the people on my free reading list. Lauren and Jade, I'll go ahead and add you, and then I'll get started. Okay. See, I haven't watched 90 Day Fiance. Okay. The birthday girl is first. So, Ruby, we're going to be looking at the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, those that you need to develop, the planetary influence, in your oracle message. Ooh, look at there. I'm telling you, I'm gonna laugh so hard if Mars comes out here. I'm gonna leave it flipped over because I want to see. All right. So, Sade, let's get started with your reading. The energy that represents the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the Princess of Wands clarified by the Ten of Cups. So this is interesting because these are positive, generally, energy in tarot. But I'm interpreting this as a message of walking away from your happily ever after, walking away or giving up or sacrificing your happiness for the sake of others. Also, with these two card energies, habits that you need to break include taking on a lot of different tasks, exploring in different areas, and being led astray from that happy ever after or your wish fulfillment. Another habit that Spirit is telling me with the Princess of Wands and the Ten of Cups energy is that you may need to break the tendency of letting your caregiving abilities or your responsibilities take over your life, or you just succumb to being a parent or succumb to being a partner or a wife. A Princess of Wands is page energy, and it represents children, and the Ten of Cups is family. And for you, where are you is what Spirit is telling me. The focus is about everybody else, but what are you doing for you? You have got to find that balance of doing what you want, being successful in your career and your personal and professional development, and also attending to the needs of your family. And you can do a lot of that by teaching them, the people that rely on you, a sense of independence, and that will help you maybe not feel as guilty when you need to devote that time towards yourself. So the energy representing the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, Ruby, we've got the energy of the Queen of Swords clarified by the Five of Wands. So this is interesting for what you need to develop. Growing into being the energy of the Queen of Swords. This is someone that, instead of being so impulsive, Five of Wands energy, and maybe combative, Spirit is asking you to woo-saw, Queen energy. It's receptive. She's calm. She's patient in her mind, patient in her speech. Also, the Queen of Swords is an investigator. She waits until she asks all the right questions and does all the digging that she needs before making plans or before speaking. Spirit wants you to do that, and it avoids the energy of the Five of Swords, where you're in conflict with others unnecessarily. Also, as an energy that you need to develop, being in that Queen of Swords energy in this Five of Wands, you may have a tendency to fight with yourself here, where you have your intuitive insight and then you let your logical brain try to talk you out of it. And so this is a head over heart, or even a third eye over your logical brain, fighting with each other. You need to go with whatever feels right. And it really will depend on the situation. If it is appropriate to stay logical, practical, and grounded, or when you need to take advantage of whatever spiritual insight that you are getting. The planetary influence that'll help you break and develop these habits is Jupiter. Blessed, yes. Jupiter is the planet of hope, faith, optimism, and spirituality. And this is a spiritual ascension tarot reading, and it is your birthday, boo. You are already on the right path. I'm not getting any kind of indication that there's any blockage in your energy, except for the self-sacrificing habit that you may have. Your oracle message, Ruby, is Thinker, and it is the number 44 in this deck, which equals 8, representing the Strength card in tarot, the sign of Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. It's your birthday. It's all about you. Why so serious? Why are you thinking so hard? Don't limit yourself in a box. Open it up. Try things that are unconventional. Do things that are new. But in that same breath, you need to be proud of who you are and where you came from. That 8 in Leo energy. It's your birthday, okay? And let this be the first day of the future that you put all of that negative energy behind and you do what is best for you. Happy birthday, Sade. Thank you for your donation and for joining me and for your support as always. And I pray that your reading resonates. So Mars didn't come out. I thought that would have been funny because of your Mars energy in your chart, Miss Aries. And I'm Scorpio dominant, so I got Mars too. So ain't no shame in our Mars game. Hey, Dashika. Hey, Nana. Okay, Raven is next. Raven, let's go ahead and see what habits you need to break and what habits you need to develop to move forward in your spiritual ascension and the planetary influence that will assist you in that and your oracle message. Oh, yes. Raven, if you've been doing some work on your heart chakra, it's showing in your reading. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Venus or the moon was your supporting energy. Okay. You got the exact same card as your best friend here. Okay, let's get started with your reading. Raven, the energy representing the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the Nine of Wands clarified by the Princess of Cups. So a Nine of Wands is that defensive energy that, I'm building these iron walls to keep out all of the bad. I also want to block out any, potential healing of any bad that I may have pushed down and buried. Nine of Wands is also an energy of paranoia. You're worrying about the worst case scenario, what's going to happen next, and also that fight or flight energy where you're never really allowing yourself to truly relax and be comfortable and vulnerable, especially as it relates to love or your emotional connections with the energy of the Princess of Cups. Spirit wants you to let down your guard here, and so that you can receive all of that support and all of that love that is out there for you, and even some new friendships. Prince of Cups is all, it's like a proposal, offers for things. Once you let your guard down, you're going to start manifesting and attracting anything. This could be job offers, business partnerships, friends, you name it. But your energy, you put up a blockage here. Try to bring that down. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. The energy representing the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, Raven. We've got the Tower card clarified by the Ace of Cups. And these two cards are what told me that you are already working on that vulnerability and being comfortable with people in your space, and not being too secretive, and allowing people to serve you for once because of this Tower card. Tower breaks things down. You already know what your bad habits are. You already know what your weaknesses are. You already know what your vulnerabilities are. And you are not resisting letting this evolution happen. Continue to do that here. And that's how this heart chakra renews, this Ace of Cups. That's self-love, self-care. This is being proud about who you are. Also, Ace of Cups is what allows you to make those emotional connections. And it's not only with people, it could be with, a hobby that you disconnected with once upon a time, or it could be, a business aspiration that you have that maybe you've resisted this evolution and it has been blocking your creative energy to invest in that. So let it go. You don't resist the evolution. I would not be surprised if Pluto is just supporting energy with evolution that I keep hearing. So Raven, your planetary supporting energy that's going to help you break and develop these habits is Venus. Love, heart chakra energy, Venus energy is about sharing, ideas. But Venus is also having fun. It can be indulgence as well. Outside of love, you need to be treating yourself. I mean, spa day, vacation, hair done, nails done, buying you something that's extra nice without buying the people that you care about something to, and not feeling guilty about only taking care of yourself. This is what's going to help you break and develop these habits. So, Raven, your oracle message is also thinker, and it is the number 44 in this deck, the number 8, which equals Leo, the strength card in tarot, strength card thinker. For you, this thinker card that Spirit is telling me is that you may have a tendency to overthink things, especially with this energy of the Nine of Wands. When you things haven't happened, but you're expecting things to happen, and those things are usually not bad. When things go very well in your life, you don't let yourself enjoy it because you're ready for something to take it away. You have got to let that go. A Leo energy is abundance. The number 8 is abundance, and you have an abundance of love and support around you, and not only here on the earthly plane, Raven, but your spirit guides and ancestors are so very proud of you. For the Tower card energy to come out as a habit you need to develop, in my opinion, it's good, because Spirit sends you all these tests and you're not happy about it, but you put in that work, and that's why you're moving forward. There is no blockage. There is no blockage in your energy with moving forward in your spiritual ascension. You need to continue to do the things that you are already doing. Raven said, definitely feel that. I'm working on letting the guards down and growing. Stop overthinking and expecting the worst. Exactly. You need to allow yourself to indulge in whatever good is happening for you at that time. Life ebbs and flows with up and downs. So why stay down when Spirit is trying to put you up? Thank you for your donation, Raven, and for joining me and for your support as always. And I pray that your reading resonates. I'm liking these readings. All right, Mimi Nicole, are you here? Hey, Lachey. You are very welcome. Miranda, are you here? All right, Miranda. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. I saw the rebirth card. Yes. Yes. Okay, Miranda, let's get started with your reading. The two strongest energies that represent the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the Five of Wands, clarified by the High Priestess. Don't resist your spiritual ascension. You may have a tendency to either compare yourself to other people's journeys, other people's progress, or even compare yourself to where you want to be when it comes to your spiritual ascension. Stop. Your journey is yours. It is uniquely yours. And as long as you get there, your highest self, whatever definition you assign that, you win. You don't need to compare yourself to other people. Please stop, is what Spirit is asking. The other message Spirit is telling me with these two cards is there could be a tendency to resist your own psychic abilities. You could get these urges, or you may see colors, you may hear sounds, you may feel a certain way when you're around people or in an environment, and you may brush it off. No, it's not that big a deal. You may have an intuition about somebody. No, let's just see what happens. Trust in your third eye. Stop resisting the fact that you are intuitive and you have the ability to graduate from an empath to a clairvoyant here. When you're in this energy, it's that empath takes over. You get around negativity, you see negativity, and it brings you down, and you don't know why. You can be happy 1 minute and then go down for no apparent reason, and nothing has changed with you, but your environment or what you've read or who you've been around has changed. When you work on accepting who you are and strengthening that third eye chakra, you will be able to break this habit. The energy that represents the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, Miranda. We've got the Eight of Wands clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is one of my favorite minor arcanas because this is the card of prosperity and success, not only with whatever we are trying to work on in the earthly plane. That could be your career, this could be your family, your professional development, or trying to, if you're trying to acquire a possession, car, house, paying down debt. It also is success with the spiritual journey. Prosperity is not assigned by money. It is having what you need. And that includes being healthy in your own self and attracting people that are welcome in your circle that is on the same level as you. And that Eight of Wands is telling you no hesitation. Whatever it is that you plan for yourself, even if you believe it is not realistic, even if you believe it's going to take you a long time, especially when it comes to family and your professional development or your career, you need to push forward and do that. Don't let anything stop you, especially your own self. And you may need to narrow your circle when you go on this ascension. Your environment can influence you. There's a saying that if you hang out with the garbage, you also start to stink. I think that's the saying. If you notice that there are people or career or things that hold you down, things that are not growing, Miranda, you need to cut it off because it acts as an anchor. Eight of Wands is saying move past it. The planetary influence that'll help you break and develop these habits is Neptune. Yes, absolutely. Even if you feel like it isn't realistic, you need to move forward. Neptune is dreams and wish fulfillment here. Okay, it's that 12th house energy where we cut our karmatic ties, cut our family karma, that negative family karma, and we evolve and we start a new generation filled with prosperity. You most definitely can make your dreams come true, especially as it relates, again, to career and family. Your oracle card message, Miranda, is Loyal Heart. And in this deck, it's the number 35, which equals 8. The street card in tarot, representing the sign of Leo. Look at all this number 8. 8 is abundance. 8 is also infinity. And with the spiritual ascension reading, this is a reminder that you are a spiritual being living a human experience. And that if you don't get something right in this life, you'll be able to do it in the next life. And that includes whatever you're working on here that only relates to yourself, and some soulmate unions that you may be dealing with. First, be loyal to yourself. Put yourself first, always. Secondly, you need to be loyal to your spirit guides and your ancestors. They are listening to you. Use them. And third, you need to also continue to remember that not all soulmates are life partners. Some are only there for a season to teach you a lesson. And again, if you are noticing that people or environments vibrate with that anchor energy that I was mentioning, use that Eight of Wands energy, Miranda, and move past it and cut it off. Thank you so much for your donation and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Julia. Hey, Cheryl. You are very welcome. Thank you, Positive for Life. Okay, Vanessa is next. After Vanessa will be Renine. It's 9:34. I've got only 4 spots left on my extended list. If you would like an extended reading, please let me know and I will add you. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and close my extended reading list and take care of Renine and Tai. And that way I can just go bam, 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 do the free reading list. Okay, Vanessa is here. Vanessa, again, happy belated birthday. I hope that you were able to enjoy your birthday despite this lockdown that we're all experiencing. And I hope that Roman is doing well too, my man. All right, there we go, Tai. Anastasia is now on the list. You told me, and I forgot to put it down here. He always asks about me. That's my friend right there, Vanessa. That's my friend. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. We're going to be focusing on the habits that you need to break and the habits that you need to develop, excuse me, in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, and the planetary influence that can assist you in your oracle message. That's interesting. We'll see if you get any challenging sword card energies in your reading. Yes. Didn't I say challenging sword card energy? And the very first card I pulled was a sword card. Because when I was talking to you, I got choked up. So I'm like, something's got something to do with the communication chakra. All right, Vanessa, let's get started. So the 2 strongest energies that represent the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the 7 of Swords clarified by the 3 of Cups. I felt that there may be some blockage in the communication chakra, and especially the throat chakra. And you pulled the 7 of Swords energy. A 7 of Swords is an energy of being afraid of facing a truth or being honest with yourself. And this this Seven of Swords, especially in this deck, the Druidcraft Tarot is my favorite, because it gives me like a different message where there's no malicious intent. It's not an energy of lying. It's just having a hard time, realizing that not everyone has the best intentions and not everybody has a pure of a heart as you. And you may have a tendency to Three of Cups to attract friends or potential partnerships that give you the illusion that they may want what you want, and you realize that you are very different and that you have a tendency to give them more chances that they need to prove that they want what you want, but usually that's not the case. Stop giving people the benefit of the doubt, and once they show you who they are, don't try to repaint that picture. The other message that I'm getting with these two cards, the energy of the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups, this is energy about worrying about the unknown. Seven of Swords requires a faith energy because there is something that you are not aware of, but you're still required to move forward. And you need to do this with hope and faith and joy in the energy of the Three of Cups. Don't let tomorrow's burdens or problems worry you today, is what Spirit is saying. And we may have a tendency to think way long term, and you're not even taking care of the tasks that you have to deal with in front of you right now. You're sucking the life out of yourself. You're sucking the joy out of yourself when you are that way. And it causes you this blockage in the throat chakra, anxiety, worry, doubt. Let loose a bit, okay, for your own sake. The energy that represents the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your ascension, Vanessa. We have the Chariot card clarified by the Strength card that I've literally been getting all evening. Two major arcana represent the energy of the habits that you need to develop. That means that you're going to develop these. Major arcana energy is not one that is easily turned away. It is something that's pretty much locked into your aura, and you've got two of the best arcanas to be locked into. Chariot card, the seventh card in tarot, representing the sign of Cancer, and of course, Strength card, the eighth card in tarot, representing the sign of Leo. So we go from this Chariot energy of Cancer, being very passive, being very nurturing, being very selfless, maybe making yourself a martyr, and you're evolving into this Leo energy, where you have more strength, you have more courage to tell people no, or to speak up for yourself, or just being brave enough to say, I can't do this right now, or I'm not going to worry about the future. We're just going to take it one step at a time. Chariot assures you victory here, and you've got the Strength card energy, which is showing that you most definitely have the ability to develop these habits for your spiritual ascension. Your planetary supporting energy, Vanessa, is Venus. And Venus is about love. It is about sharing your feelings with others, but more importantly, sharing that joy that you may bring to others with yourself. And make sure you're surrounding yourself with the same type of people that vibrate on your wavelength. Your oracle card message, Vanessa, is Observer, and it is the number 49 in this deck. 4 plus 9 is 13, bringing in the energy of the Death card in tarot, the sign of Scorpio. 13, 1 plus 3 is 4, also bringing in the energy of the Emperor card in tarot. So we've got death, transformation, and then Emperor, you gaining your power back. Look, think long term, but don't worry about those things. Observer is asking you to think outside of the box as well, especially when it comes to any type of fear of speaking your truth, or feeling like you will be judged, or how you even judge yourself for whatever task you didn't complete for this day. You're human. You can only do so much, and you've got to not be so hard on yourself in this process. You are transforming actively with that Death card energy. And so continue to work on this. I am not seeing any major blockages in your energy. Maybe a potential blockage in the throat chakra, but not anything that you couldn't already overcome. Thank you, Vanessa, very much for your donation and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. All right. Raneem is next. Raneem, are you here? You are very welcome, Vanessa. Thank you. And tell Roman I said hey. Okay. Raneem is here. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. My donation extended reading list is now closed. All right, Renee, let's get started with your reading. So the energy representing the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, we've got the Magician card clarified by the star. So two major arcanas for habits that you need to break. This is telling me that this is something that may be either difficult for you to do, or it could be something that is karmatically connected to you, a sign of a habit that you carried over from your past life that you are still learning to break. Magician card energy in the low vibration is not taking advantage of your power of manifestation. It is believing that you aren't good enough to attract what you want, or you're not good enough to have what you want. A low vibration star card energy is giving up on healing any past wounds. Awesome. Low vibration magician energy as a habit you need to break also includes manipulation and giving away your power to others. This could be you giving away your power to your negative thoughts, which may cause you to attract more challenging circumstances. Again, repeating the lesson. Or it could cause you to give your power away to people here on the earthly plane, and will you letting them control you or influence how you think about your own spiritual ascension or even your life in general. This could be parents, family members, authority figures, our partners. Sometimes we can have a tendency to give our power away to our partners, even. I'm thinking, if I submit, in a sense, it may keep the peace. People that are meant for you will learn to work with you, and they won't suit down to nasty tactics of manipulation and control to get you to do something or to see their point of view. The star card energy is saying that you need to break the habit of losing faith. Star card is faith, and there's times where you're really, really high, your vibrations are good, and you're feeling good, and you've had some times where you've experienced some really low times where you thought that even your higher power was not looking out for you. You are most definitely loved in the ethers, and your higher power has not given up on you. So please do not give up on yourself. the energy that represents the habits that you need to develop, Renee, in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the Moon card clarified by the King of Swords. So, a King of Swords energy is to initiate. King is yang energy, to do. So spirit is asking you to develop habits of you speaking first, you making decisions, you making plans. Also, when it comes to the king energy, it is a mastery not only of ourselves, but how others influence us, their words, their thoughts here, and their feelings with the energy of the moon. Uh, there could be rumors, there could be gossip, there could be, people just say things that are not good, judging you. You cannot let these things influence you and put you in that low vibration, star card energy where you're losing faith in humanity or even in yourself. The moon card here is asking you to hold on to those dreams, hold on to those wishes, hold on to whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, because you can have it. The moon card also, as an energy that you need to develop, is asking you to look beneath the surface, especially when it comes to communication between others. What may seem like the initial problem or the initial conflict may not really be what that is. And I mean, you could be dealing with some. I keep hearing like jealousy, especially with this manipulative magician energy, where people who maybe not don't even know you, just have nothing nice to say just because you may attract this type of energy. Don't let it bother you. Okay, just live your life for you, be the best person that you can be, and master your way of communication. And ignoring and saying nothing is more powerful than you think. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mercury was your planetary supporting energy, but we'll see. Renee, your planetary supporting energy that will help you break and develop these habits is the moon. Wow, you got the moon here and then the moon here. So, moon card in tarot is represented by the sign of Pisces. So maybe you could check Pisces in your birth chart, see what house that rules, how you can work on developing these habits. But the moon is your feelings here, how you share that. Also nurturing, how you nurture yourself and how other people are nurturing you. If they're being in the low vibration energy of the magician, trying to control you, trying to negatively influence you, trying to again manipulate you, you need to remove yourself from that environment or from that connection. Even if it's someone you have an emotional connection to, you can love from a distance if it is threatening your spiritual well-being. A moon card energy also is intuition. Learn to develop and strengthen your intuition, your third eye chakra. Meditation, chanting your Hindu mantras, binaural beats, your chakra healing, studying divination. All of these things will help you develop these habits and turn into the energy of the King of Swords. Thank you, Renee, so much for your donation and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, we are moving on. I've got two people now on my excuse me. I've got two people on my donation list now. So I am going to go ahead and move to my free reading list. So for those of you who are on my free reading list, it is your choice. We can focus on the habits that you need to break or the habits that you need to develop. Please do let me know when I call your name and it is your turn on which one you want me to focus on, and we will get started with your reading. 𝙃𝙖𝙡 is first. Hey, Vicky. For those of you who are new, I truly do appreciate your patience. My extended list does take a longer time. It is my way of showing my appreciation to those who do submit a donation. They get a longer reading. All right. Cheryl says that message resonated with them and that they used to give their power away. That's good. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime that you are here listening to another person's message and it resonates, you are meant to hear that. So I'm glad that message resonated with you. I forgot to give you your oracle message, Renee. It's 𝙃𝙃, and that's the number 30 in this deck, which equals 3, bringing in the Empress card in tarot, the sign of Libra. Empress is the divine feminine energy, self-love, self-care, and abundance. Being an abundant being, to have enough for yourself and enough for others, whether that's love, money, time, or energy. 𝙃𝙃 is a message for you, Renee, that says everything happens in divine timing. Okay, that includes you coming into connections that will test your faith here, and you are learning in this life not to lose faith when things here on the earthly plane go against your initial plans. Also, patience is most definitely needed when it comes to divine timing. When you are manifesting things, it doesn't just happen like that. If you're not ready to receive what you're manifesting, you spirit will not waste that blessing because you're just going to push it away. So when you're working on these things and they do not come to fruition as fast as you would like, just think of it as I may have some more work to do. Don't give up. Okay? All right. And Cheryl's a Libra. Okay. Ty, I'm going to do your reading, but there are a ton of people that came in afterwards. So I've got 5 more names left. So let me scroll up. Thank you, Positive for Life, so much. So Cheryl. I got Cheryl. And if you are on my free reading list, all I ask is that you are present when it is your turn. This is a long reading, so if you have to leave, that is fine. I just ask that you return before I sign off. People that are habitual no-shows will be banned for 1 week for a reading. Okay. Thank you, Positive for Life. You're the bomb. I've got one more name here. I've got you already, Vicky. Is there anyone on my list for free reading that I've not acknowledged that would like to get a reading? Hey, Julia. Thanks to Positive for Life. I have you, Julia. You're number 18 here. Elisa. I have you. All right. I'm tapped out. Okay. Both my extended donation list and my free reading list are closed. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me, and I really do pray that this list right here helps you guys. You are lucky last here, Elisa. So again, if you're new to my channel, my extended readings are longer, and I take them first, and then I alternate 5 extended readings and then 5 free readings, and then I go back to my extended list to close out those readings, and then I'll be able to focus on my free readings, which are it moves a bit faster. Okay. Ty, I apologize. I pushed the oracle card further out of my range to see for Renee and interrupted your reading. But let's go ahead and get started. Ty, can you please let me know if you would like to focus on the habits you would like to break or the habits you need to develop? Elisa, you have several people before you. Okay, it's really late and early here, and I don't want to fall asleep. Um, what I can do for you, Elisa, since this is your first time on my channel, I will make an exception to my free reading list requirement for you, and I will do your reading even if you are not here, and you are also last, so it won't be a problem. So if you do happen to fall asleep because of where you are and the time, just make sure that you subscribe to my channel and come back to see that recording, because your reading will be at the very end of the video. Okay, Ty wants to focus on the habits that she needs to develop. I didn't even get to choose. I didn't even get to finish asking the question. But Spirit does what it wants when it comes to these cards. Ty, let's get started with your reading. So, the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension, we've got the energy of the Four of Pentacles clarified by the Six of Wands. Four of Pentacles is keeping things tight, keeping things locked down, making sure that you have a secure foundation and stability, especially in the area surrounding your resources, your time, your energy, your money. So this could be focusing on your career, your personal development, or your family here. Four of Pentacles is asking you to hold on to the things that you do have, even if you feel like you don't have very much. Will have enough, is what Spirit is saying. Six of Wands is the card of victory. It is the card of success. It is the card of the winner. You will have enough. Do not worry about it. And if you have a tendency to worry about not having enough time, energy, or money, this is the habit that you need to break. Four Pentacles also is an energy in the low vibration of holding on to things that we know we need to let go of, including bad habits. And this is a healthy habit reading. So anything that threatens your security, that you may have a personal contribution to, such as, uh, allowing people that you should not, that you know you shouldn't, into your space. This could be even overspending. This could be not working towards your career, underestimating your abilities, anything in that realm, or even family, letting family take advantage of you. Four Pentacles, it can be family taking advantage of you, asking you for more, and you giving that away. A Spirit is asking you to break that habit and to stand up for yourself. You're a warrior. And the Six of Wands is warrior energy. And you need to start protecting what is valuable to you, including your morals and your standards. Do not lower them. The planetary influence that will help you develop these habits is Mars. So Mars it is inertia. It is to do things. It is a call to action, and it is a call to war. And again, anything that threatens your security and your livelihood, you are ready to fight. Don't back down, especially if it relates to authority figures or family. I'm continuing to hear this thing in your reading. Mars also is an energy of using your energy wisely. And if you know that you may have a tendency to overwork or overload yourself here, this is something that you may need to change, because Mars can lead to burnout, and you don't want that fire energy to work against you when it is meant to work in your favor. All right, Todd, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Yeah, Ty says I work hard all the time. Yes, but are you working too hard? Do you have a tendency to take work home? Do you have a tendency to not take work home, but be thinking about it all the time? It can cause you burnout here. It'll get done when it gets done. Okay, this is something you may need to put aside. Whatever it is that you are concerned about, you will have enough. You're going to succeed. I don't see with those card energies any potential blockage with your ability to develop those habits that you'll need towards your spiritual ascension. Okay, Alicia's next. Hey MC, hey, welcome. MC, I'm tapped out. Both my extended and free reading list is closed. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel. And as you know, I'm here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My free reading list is a first come, first service basis. So if you could get here before I get booked, I will most definitely be happy to give you your reading. You are very welcome, Ty. These cards are so big, and it's like one of my favorite decks, but my hands are so small. Alicia is next, and she's here. Alicia, can you please let me know if you would like to focus on the energy for the habits you need to break or the habits you need to develop for your reading? Develop. Okay. We're going to go ahead and focus on the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension and the planetary supporting energy that will help you develop those habits. Look, I can't even, I'm getting attacked. The Two of Pentacles. Let's see if it comes back out or you get any other Pentacle card energies. Two of Pentacles, I'm trying to channel in your message, but Two of Pentacles is juggling more than one thing at a time. I know you were saying that you were moving to a different position, but that if you're extra busy or you're wearing two hats right now, it may be influencing your energy, and that's why that card came out, Alicia. Yeah, I figured you would get some Pentacle energy. All right, Alicia, let's get started with your reading. So the energy that represents the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, we've got the Three of Cups clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. And I was getting that Pentacle energy would still come back out for you. So habits you need to develop. Ace of Pentacles is the number one. And this is a new values, evolved values. This could also be a focus on career and family with this Pentacle card energy and your professional development. If you are working on you told me that you were transitioning to a new position. Continue to work on that. I definitely got the energy in your last reading that was the right choice. And with this Ace of Pentacles, it is confirming that you're making the best decisions towards your highest good when it comes to your career at this time. Also, you don't stop there, is what Spirit is saying. Material possessions also is the Ace of Pentacles. If you want a new place, a new car, new stocks, if you're trying to invest in things, finding ways to increase your equity, Ace of Pentacles is that. Focusing on those earthly things actually will help your spiritual development because you are not worrying about those, bills and finances and career. And then you will be able to devote more time towards your spiritual ascension, and also having fun and bringing joy into your life. The energy of the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is asking you to develop new habits, new values, Ace of Pentacles, that allow yourself to have fun and allow yourself to be happy, and to maybe even get some new friendships or acquaintances in your life. Network here. You will be surprised what you can learn from other people, and they may even develop into some genuine friendships. Then they also may be on a spiritual journey, and you can bounce off from each other. The Three of Cups also is a card of innocence. It represents children. It comes out a lot in my pregnancy readings. So this is going back to the beginning, where you're not jaded by the hard knock life that us adults have to deal with, and you're looking at things from fresh eyes and from a new perspective. You are being asked to develop these habits and work on those areas in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. So the planetary, yes, the planetary supporting energy that will help you develop these habits, Alicia, is the sun. And the sun is you. The sun is the ego. The sun is the self. And it is about you. It is time for you to work on yourself. You may have had a tendency in the past to put others first, a boss, children, family members, even other friends, and it drains you emotionally. Spirit is asking you to work on this and do things that may mainly benefit you at this time. Also, working on any ego issues or anything that may have bruised your ego will also help you to better channel in this energy and develop those habits. Learn to let things go. And maybe you may not always want to forgive other people, but at least don't let it hold you back from working on yourself here and keeping your sacral chakra blocked. Be proud of yourself and be very confident that you most definitely can achieve whatever this energy is resonating with the Ace of Pentacles. Alicia, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. New beginnings and shine brightly. Alicia says, I want to be able to play while focusing on growth. Exactly. Focusing on growth. You're on the right path, and congratulations again with your career. All right, Jennifer, you are next. Thank you for being patient. Please, Jennifer, if you could let me know if you want to focus on the energy for the habits you need to break or the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. You are very welcome, Alicia. Thank you. Thank you, Julia, so much. I truly do appreciate that. It's really not me. You all make my job so easy. Like, you don't even know. You make it very easy. So thank you for putting in the work in yourself so that I can give you effective readings. All right. Develop. All right, let's focus on the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension and the planetary supporting energy that's going to assist you in doing that. Yes. Jennifer, are you an introvert? If you are an introvert, this message will be even better. Okay, let's get started with your reading, Jennifer. the energy that represents the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, you've got two major arcanas. We've got the world card clarified by the Hermit. So having two major arcanas for energy representing habits you need to develop pretty much guarantees your ability to do this here. It's not energy that is easily shaken. It doesn't just go away. It plays a major influence in multiple areas in your life. And Jennifer says, yes, I like to stay inside. Spirit is asking you to get out. I know right now we can't because of the current environment. A lot of us are on lockdown, but you can still get out of your box here. The world card is saying that you need to develop a habit of learning to end cycles. You may have a tendency in the past to stay in relationships, environments, and places way past their due dates here. Cut things off before they end up wasting your time and your energy. A Hermit card is saying that you may have had a tendency to shut down after you've left something that may have been challenging because you devoted yourself so long to something that you should not have. Break that habit. World card also is an energy of exploration, traveling, networking, and world card actually represents social media, dealing with people at a distance. So you should build yourself, a group, spiritual groups online where you can find a congregation of people that you can learn from and they can learn from you. Also, it can give you an opportunity for new insights about yourself, what you can work on. And all of that is positive for your spiritual ascension. And the Hermit card is the card of the person that goes and looks within. And instead of blaming the outside world or the outside influences for whatever is happening in their life, they look to themselves and say, I can only control myself. What can I do to fix this? And when you start doing this, it will be harder for people and things that have usually trapped you in the past to stay in that place. You gain control over the self, over your mind, over your heart, and over your own energy. When you learn to fix your own bad habits, when you learn and identify your vulnerabilities and your weaknesses, that is the true meaning of evolution and the whole point of a spiritual ascension, because you want to become a better person overall. The planetary supporting energy, Jennifer, that's going to help you develop these habits is Neptune. So again, Neptune has a high and low vibration. The high vibration is dreams, wish fulfillment, also being able to connect with your subconscious, your intuitive and psychic gifts. Working on those things, strengthening your third eye chakra will help you develop these habits. But the low vibration Neptune energy is idolizations. And that's that energy that Spirit was telling me where you may have in the past stayed in places where you should have left a long time ago. Low vibration Neptune energies, rose-colored glasses, benefit of the doubt. Breaking those habits is really what you need to do, and it ultimately lead you to developing into a higher state of consciousness. Jennifer, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me. I hope you finish your episode of my 600-pound life, and I pray that your reading resonates. Jennifer says, I have been talking to an old friend who's a Sagittarius, and I feel like I'm wasting my time over social media. Yeah, the spiritual wave has taken over. It's like the new trend. So it may take you a couple of tries to see, is this a place where people are serious and learning, or is this just another place where I can get some really funny memes? It may take you some time, but majority of my very good dear friends I've never met in person. I have more connections on social media from people that I've never met than people that I went to high school with, and I truly value those relationships, and you can find that also. Jennifer says thank you. She has had high and low vibes today, and today has been low. And she said, I feel like I'm an elevator during the high and low times. You know, if you're an empath, that can have something to do with it. If you are feeling like you're wasting your time with social media, maybe you are spending a little bit too much time there, and nobody has anywhere to go. So everybody's on social media, and at least in my timeline, everybody's griping and complaining. So I just stop logging in. Like I'll go like a whole day without even, checking anything that's not business related. That's a way to protect your energy. So try to maybe record or be more aware of when you go low. It could be connected to you being around an environment, or maybe you seeing something that could trigger that decrease in your vibration. I'm sorry that you have not been feeling well today, Jennifer. But ups and downs. Take care of yourself, get plenty of rest, and work on increasing your vibrations. A friend you haven't seen in years. The Sagittarius. Keep connecting with that person. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that. Positive for Life is next. Positive for Life, thank you so much for helping me as you usually do. Could you please let me know if you want to focus on the habits that you need to develop or the habits that you need to break in order to move forward toward your spiritual ascension? Have a good evening, Jennifer. Develop. Okay. I picked 2 cards for your planetary supporting energy. That's what Spirit wants, and that's what I'm going to read. Let's get started with your reading, Positive for Life. So the energy that represents the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, we've got the Princess of Wands clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. You announced on the last reading that you got accepted to your master's program. Congratulations here. And then we got the Seven of Pentacles as helpful energy to develop new habits. A Seven of Pentacles and Pentacle energy relates to your resources, your time, your energy, your money. So that includes school, that includes your career and your professional development. Seven of Pentacles is an energy of investments here. And Spirit is asking you to explore all of your options when it does come to bringing in prosperity into those areas of your life. It's going to take some time. Seven of Pentacles, once you sow your seeds, you've got to wait for it to come into fruition. You've got to wait for it to grow. So Spirit is asking you, when you've completed one task or when you are waiting on that growth process with that task, try something new. Princess of Wands is the energy of the explorer, the adventurer here. And this is telling you that you will have more energy when you start setting those goals and meeting those baby steps along the way. The Seven of Pentacles is also an energy of being very patient. Spirit wants you to strengthen your ability to be patient, not only with yourself and others, but being patient in the process of divine timing. And that's when the Princess of Wands energy comes in place a factor, because it gives you this high spirited energy where you can go and maybe do something, some type of activity, a hobby, exercising, working on your health here, getting a better health regime here. With the Princess of Wands energy, these are all habits that you can develop that will help you towards your spiritual ascension. A lot of your energy is being focused with the things of the Pentacles, and if that is in disarray, you won't be able to fully devote yourself with your spiritual healing and your spiritual work, and it will take you away from your divination practices. So focus on these things and be patient in this process while you are waiting for things to develop. I picked 2 planetary supporting energies that will help you develop these habits, and we have, yes, Pluto and Saturn. This is the first time that both of these cards have come out tonight, and this is complete transformation. Saturn is discipline. Hard work pays off, but Saturn is slow. Saturn delays and Saturn restricts. And this is what the Seven of Pentacles energy was saying, and that you've got to have the patience for these things to evolve. And that includes you. You're a work in progress. You can't just go and do everything in one day just to reach the top. It takes some time. Pluto, as a supporting planetary energy positive for life, is that death and transformation, that death and rebirth. When one phase ends, you start another. That Princess of Wands energy. And while you're waiting, Saturn, on something else to come to fruition, you start over, Pluto, and try something new. And that keeps you motivated. That keeps you encouraged. And it also keeps you from being bored. And in a way, forces you to develop healthy habits of moderation with your time and your energy. Thank you, Positive for Life, so much for assisting me and everyone in the chat room as you usually do on Thursdays. It is greatly appreciated for your patience here on my channel and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Positive for Life says, divine timing. Yes, working on art. Good. And I've been searching for grants. Yes, grants. See, art is a way of expressing your creativity. And a lot of people can put their art and their spirituality together. There are people that they make jewelry with gemstones and beads with art and spirituality. I know I have a friend who has a degree in graphics design, and she designs tarot decks. She designs apps and illustrations for people in the spiritual community that have their own business. So you most definitely can merge the two here. And art is something that's fun for you, and it distracts you in the process while you're waiting. Positive for Life says, I'm actually putting a lot of that together. Look at there. See, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. You're already on the money, literally. All right. Miss Eccentricity, are you still here? She may not be. She may be sleeping. Cheryl says, I find meditation with mudras helps a lot with that. What? Mudras. What are mantras, Cheryl? Mantras? Did you mean mantras? If it's not mantras, I would like to know, because I know about mantras, and they do help. Mantras help a lot. All right, Miss Eccentricity is here. Sharonda, thank you for being patient. Please let me know if you want to focus on the energy of the habits you need to break or the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension. Thank you, Julia. I may need to look that up, mantras. That's something new that I can start also. Sharonda says both. Okay, send me a message on Facebook for the other. Okay, we'll take develop. Okay. Your Leo rising always has something to say in your reading, Sharonda. All right, Sharonda, let's get started with your reading. The energy that represents the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension. We've got your Leo rising, the King of Wands energy, clarified by the Three of Cups. So Leo rising. Leo is ruled by the sun. Sun is fifth house energy. That's children. You work with children. It's creativity, creative expression, but it's also freedom of being who you are unapologetically here and proud of it. Spirit wants you to evolve to this King of Wands. Spirit is asking you to put your Cancer aside and to take on more of that fire energy. Go after the things that you want. Say what you have to say. Fight when you need to put up a fight. And don't be so passive and let things be taken away from you or give your power away, causing maybe even a blockage in your sacral chakra, affecting your ego and your self-confidence. And this is when you get into the low vibration and start questioning your self-worth. A spirit wants you to put all of that aside. The King of Wands energy is someone that is very proud. They're very charismatic. They have a lot of high energy. They are very creative. They like to take on a lot of different tasks. Most importantly, the King of Wands is not somebody that will give up. When he gets burned and something doesn't work out, that Sagittarius energy, Jupiter ruled, gets right back up and starts again. This is what you need to do, and find joy and happiness and fun in that process. Don't be so serious, okay? You can do both. You can still have your happy, bright personality, your happy smile, and put your foot down in the same breath. And people will be shocked at first, but it's the new you, boo, and your birthday's right around the corner. So now is the time. We've got a new moon in the sign of Taurus next week. Perfect time for you to start writing down your intentions for the next 6 months. Taurus, Leo rising, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus. It rules your 10th house of career and how the public sees you here. So yes, this is all about you, and also how you interact with authority figures and how you assert your own authority to the people around you. These are the habits that Spirit wants you to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. The planetary support, is this Mars? Yes, it is. The planetary supporting energy that will help you develop these habits, Sharonda, is Mars. that fire energy. I mean, it's if it wasn't the sun, it was going to be Mars. Mars takes action, but Mars is also very assertive and very determined to overcome any obstacles, and determined to let people know who you are and put your individual mark on this world. And again, we're doing this without any type of feeling guilty or judging yourself for who you have changed to be. Your Cancer nature is still there. You're not pushing that to the side completely, but you're taking more on that fire energy of your Leo rising, especially in the area of career and professional and personal development. All of that is 10th house themes. All right, Sharonda, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Vicky. All right, that was Miss Eccentricity, my 5 people. Miss Eccentricity says beyond accurate. I knew it. I'm working on becoming assertive. Yes, it does not come naturally. I know, boo. I know. Well, and it has been suppressed. Oh yes, I know. Sharonda is my good friend. We've been friends since middle school, y'all. Since middle school, and I mean, we're friends for a reason. The both of us. I'm Cancer rising. She's Cancer sun, and I've got a Sagittarius moon, which is makes a sextile to her rising, just like her sun trines my rising, conjuncts my rising. So we have a lot of the same characteristics, but I've got way more Scorpio Mars in my chart, and Scorpio kind of doesn't care when her Cancer kind of overly influences these things. So I know that you've been working on it, and I know that it doesn't come naturally, and that's why Spirit wanted me to remind you to not feel guilty for who you are becoming. This is your spiritual ascension. This is what you are supposed to do, and they'll be all right. Whoever it is that you've got to be assertive with, they'll be all right. Hey, Tamia. Hey, Yanni. Hello, everyone that has recently joined me. Thank you for being here. But yes, both my free and extended lists are closed. They closed an hour ago, actually. I do this every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please do thumbs up my video and subscribe to my channel so that you can get notifications when I do go live, as my free reading list is a first come, first service basis. It is a free reading. Donations are not required, but they are appreciated. And if you know that you cannot stay, or that you're busy, or you would like to get an extended reading, you can submit a donation, and you do not have to be present during the live reading to get a reading. And if you're not here, you will get a separate private link to your weekly reading. Okay. Tai is next. After Tai is Anastasia, and then I'm back to my free reading list. Thank you, Tamia, for being very patient. I truly do appreciate that. And yes, I try my best to give quality readings. I'm not the reader that will just do past, present, and future and pull just 3 cards. You're giving me your time. I'm going to give you a quality reading. So thank you guys for being patient with me as always. Tai, are you here? Anastasia, are you here? All right. Tai, let's get started with your reading. We're going to be focusing on both the habits that you need to break and develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, the planetary supporting energy that will help you break and develop those habits, and your spiritual numerology messages and oracle. All right, Tai, let's get started. So the energy representing the habits that you need to break in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension, we've got the Three of Wands clarified by the Knight of Wands. So Wands energy in tarot is a fire. It is inertia, taking action, doing things. Also, our passion. What makes you passionate, or what you are passionate about. For habits that you need to break, Three of Wands is tunnel vision, an inability to see the future, or an inability to be patient for things to come towards you. And the Knight of Wands is someone that has a tendency to maybe give up on things before they even get started, or give up before they've actually put in some serious energy and time into that project or into that process. Spirit wants you to break a habit, the tendency to do this. Also, with the Knight of Wands, there could be a tendency to either be impulsive with decision making without thinking it through. This could also cause you to end things prematurely or begin things prematurely. You may have a tendency to overload yourself and thus have a hard time completing certain tasks because you've got too much to do. Spirit is asking you to break that habit. And the Three of Wands is saying that you could get discouraged about, when am I finally going to get there? Or when am I finally going to achieve? Or when am I finally going to have this, because of this energy of the Prince of Wands? And this is definitely a mindset that you need to change. Maybe minding your energy, how much you take on for yourself, the tasks you assign for yourself. Space them out. It's better to devote your time and energy to a couple of things versus only putting pieces of yourself in a ton of things. It will take a longer time for you to get to your major goal, because you've just got so much. You're human. You can only do so much at a time. So be a little bit patient in that sense here when it comes to habits you need to break. So, the energy that represents the habits you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension, we've got the Chariot card clarified by the Queen of Cups. Both of these cards are water energy. The Chariot, the seventh card in tarot, representing the sign of Cancer, and Queen of Cups is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this may be in your chart, but if those signs don't resonate, a water energy overall is getting in touch with the self, your feelings, your intuition, and your spirituality. And this is a spiritual ascension reading. Spirit wants you to evolve into this Queen of Cups. Instead of serving others, making yourself a martyr, exhausting your time, your energy, and your love, and sacrificing your own happiness in this process, Spirit is asking you to find a way to moderate these things, where you've got time to serve the self, give yourself care, your self-love, and also take care of other people. The Queen of Cups is also a mastery of our own emotions. You have got to be aware of how you make a personal contribution to maybe these habits that you need to break, or how you let your emotions influence your decisions. I'm water chart dominant, and my chart ruler is the moon. So I definitely can understand, being influenced by the emotions. Sometimes if you're really down, we may have a tendency to not want to do anything at all. But if you're really happy, you're feeling full force. You have to learn to bring yourself out of those down feelings, and focus more on the positive here. You have the mastery of yourself, mastery of those emotions. The Chariot card as a major arcana is victory, success. You have to already claim whatever it is that you are working on, I've already won. I've already achieved it. I already have this. And continue to thank your spirit guides and your ancestors as if it is already present in your life. And that also will help you with moving forward and breaking these bad habits. Victory is pretty much assured. on developing these habits and characteristics and breaking these ones here previously with the Chariot card. The planetary supporting energy that will help you break and develop these habits, is Saturn. Saturn is discipline. Saturn is hard work. But Saturn also is a card of taking things serious and being very practical. Being in connection with your emotions does require you to tell yourself to come out of the rabbit hole and come back down to earth here, especially if you have a tendency to lose sight of the immediate goal and let your emotions go down into a lower vibration. Saturn takes some time. It does bring restrictions and delays. So although I am not seeing where you may have an immediate challenge overcoming these obstacles, breaking these habits, and developing the new ones, you may be experiencing some challenges from the outside energy that you cannot immediately control that may make it a little bit difficult for you to break and develop these habits. But you should not let it discourage you, okay? Your oracle card message, is here and now. It is the number 32 in this deck, which equals 5, bringing in the energy of the Hierophant in tarot, the sign of Taurus. A Hierophant is a card of traditions and standards and our morals, but 5 energy is change. Here and now is asking you to focus on exactly that, the here and now. And if you have a tendency to overload yourself or to put yourself into multiple different tasks and become discouraged about the future or when you will succeed in completing those goals, here and now is that Wusa card, focusing on things and taking it one day and one step at a time. Don't break your neck looking toward the past, worrying if you're going to let bad habits, toxic energy back into your life. And don't strain your eyes looking so forward to the future that you can't take care of and set a solid foundation today. 5 is change. It's inevitable. And there are some changes that you may not be able to control. And I think they may influence this reading, especially because Saturn is supposed to help you. And knowing what you cannot control and letting it not influence your emotional well being is really how you're going to succeed over any challenges. Thank you so much for your donation, your patience, and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. All right, so now we have Anastasia. And Anastasia is last on my extended list, and I'll be going down my free reading list. Thank you guys for being very patient. You're very welcome, very welcome. Wow. Look at there. All right. Hey Julia, both my extended donation list and free list are closed. All right, Anastasia, let's get started with your reading. Let me mark these green so you all can know where I'm at. And again, I appreciate you all being patient. My extended list readings do take a bit longer. Anastasia, let's get started with your reading. So the energy representing the habits that you need to break in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension. We've got the Hierophant clarified by the Five of Cups. The very first message that Spirit told me is you have got to let go of any type of guilt or disappointment that may be attached to your family, or breaking some traditions or standards, or breaking society's expectations of you. You are who you are. You are not meant to conform to anything. You're an individual and you should learn to be proud of that. So, having any guilt or any regrets attached to you being who you are is definitely a habit you need to throw away. The Hierophant energy also with these two cards, there could be a tendency to be disappointed or maybe even regret any type of commitments that you may have engaged in that either drained you or took advantage of you at one point. You're a good person, and sometimes bad things happen to good people, and sometimes we are taken advantage of, and it can wound our ego and make us feel some type of way as we say here in the South. But it isn't a reason for you to hold back. You have got to experience disappointment. You have got to experience some level of negativity, because it teaches you how resilient you are in the face of adversities here. And it is a direct effect towards your spiritual evolution. So, Anastasia, the energy that represents the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension, we've got the Sun clarified by the Queen of Wands. So, both of these are Leo energies. So, you may have Leo in your chart, or you can go and look at your natal chart and see what house placement that Leo rules. And that house placement can be where you can work towards developing those habits. If you need help with your birth chart or navigating that, please find me on social media and I will definitely help you out. So, Sun card, habits you need to develop. Sun card is hope, it's optimism, it is seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. And Five of Cups sees the glass half empty. So, Spirit is asking you to see the brighter side of life. Not everything is doom and gloom. Things may be challenging at this time in your life personally or in the world in general, and it may have a negative effect on you, but that does not always last. If you are having trouble with people that may not have your best intentions in mind, please do remember, there's this saying that the sun doesn't always shine on your enemies' heads. They too will see rain. So people, especially on social media, can have a tendency to only talk about the good, or maybe hype up whatever they've got going on, exaggerating what the good is really there, and we may compare ourselves to that. Spirit is asking you, don't do that here. You focus on your own self, your own goals, and you stay optimistic about those things in your life. The Queen of Wands energy, a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, is asking you to strut your stuff. The Queen of Wands is the hot stuff card in my deck. She knows that she is an attractive person and that she has plenty of bubbly personality. She's a very sociable type of energy, and Spirit wants you to develop in those practices so that you can be in this vibration. The Queen of Wands also in the low vibration has a tendency to laugh at her misfortunes and laugh at where she's gone. It's much better than sulking and feeling down and guilty about something that did not go in your favor. The planetary supporting energy, Anastasia, that will help you break and develop these habits is Mars. Yeah, lots of fire here in your reading, Anastasia. Mars is call to attention, a call to action. It requires you to be an individual. That's that Aries energy and be proud of it. Resist the tendency to be impulsive, but also learning to be more assertive here with what it is that you want, especially if it has something to do with family or society and the need to maybe conform or fit in or fit into it. And it is the number 31, which equals 4, bringing in the energy of the Emperor card and tarot, representing the sign of Aries. 4. Why? 4. Insecurities and security. It is being confident in the self and worrying about what we don't have or our vulnerabilities and weaknesses. Why? You need to ask yourself, who am I trying to become? Who am I? If they don't, letting them go. Why also is asking you to maybe not question so much as to where you are going. If it feels right, even if other people may not completely agree with your journey, you need to keep moving forward. It's not their life. This journey is yours. And this Mars energy is requiring you to be more assertive and stay. Pray that your reading resonates. Let me turn this music down. Let's do that. Buffering. Buffering. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. Anastasia, again, thank you. And I pray that your reading resonates. All right, you guys. That's it for my extended list. So now we will be doing the free list, and this should hopefully go a little bit faster. I truly do appreciate everybody being patient. Seba, are you still here? Seba Macha. Am I saying that right? I did this last week also. Thank you, Julia, for letting me know that we were buffering. Maya, are you here? Ashley S., are you here? I only have 4 people here. Now I have 3. Who is actually here? Julia is one of the 3 people that are here, that's here tonight. I've got a whole list of people on the free reading list and only 4 people here in the chat room. So if you are on this list and you are present here on my live feed, please do let me know so I can get you a reading. Julia, I will go ahead and do your reading. Hey, Lachey. Julia, can you let me know if you want to focus on the habits that you want to break or the habits that you want to develop for your spiritual ascension? Hey, Ramesh. Hey, welcome. Hey, Lachey. I will get you right after Julia, okay? Hey, Ramesh. My list is currently closed. I'm not taking readings at this time, but I do these free readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please do subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell, as my free reading list is a first come, first service basis. Hey, Lauren, I'll get you right after Lachey. Okay, habits you want to break. All right, Julia, we'll focus on the habits that you need to break in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension and the planetary influence that will assist you in breaking those habits. You're fine, Lachey, as long as this is a long reading. I'm not asking anybody to just sit and watch me for 3 hours. If you need to leave, it's completely understandable. I just ask that you return before I sign off. Julia, let's get started with your reading. Okay, Julia, thank you for helping me, and let's get started with your reading. So the energy that represents the habits that you need to break in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension, we've got the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh in this deck is the Temperance card in traditional tarot, which is the 14th card representing the sign of Sagittarius. A Temperance is moderation. And in my readings, the Queen of Pentacles is a sugar mama card. And this is someone that has the tendency to spoil any and everything and everyone, and is so frugal with themselves. This includes spending what you buy for yourself, includes your self-care, how much time you take for your own self, and it also includes the time you spend healing your own self, your own spiritual work. There could be a tendency to want to serve and help everybody else, pay for everything, give everything and everyone your time and your energy and your money, but where's that reciprocity? And Spirit is asking you to break that habit of doing way more for others, and especially when you're not doing it for yourself. And also, if this resonates with some type of relationship or friendship that you're involved in, Spirit is asking you to reevaluate the nature of that relationship. Why are you giving so much or doing so much and it's not being returned or appreciated? Don't be in the low vibration Queen of Pentacles energy. Also, Julia, the Queen of Pentacles in the low vibration as a habit that you need to break can have a tendency to overwork themselves, continue to keep themselves busy with either their daily obligations around the home, as a caregiver, or in their careers, and they don't have enough time or set aside enough time towards their spiritual and their mental health. You can lose is just as important as your personal development, your careers, and money. That moderation in the Pharaoh energy is asking you to pay attention to both sides. You most definitely can do both at the same time. The Queen of Pentacles also in the low vibration as a habit, you associate your worth with what you have achieved or what you have, such as, material possession, house, car, clothes, or you can have a tendency to settle excessively, accepting the bare minimum, what's on the surface, knowing that you need more. You need more money, you need more considerations with your career and school, you need more love, you need more support with family, friends, and relationships. You most definitely are not. These are habits that you need to break. The planetary supporting energy, Julia, that will help you break these habits is the sun. Yeah, it's time to be more selfish. It is time to be more selfish here. If you are the most important person in your life, Julia. And if you are not treating yourself like a queen, you cannot expect other people to respect your energy and give you those same types of acknowledgments. It comes from within. Your sacral chakra or your solar plexus, maybe even your root chakra, may have a tendency to be blocked with the sun being your supporting energy. Work on your self-confidence, disassociate your self-worth with your achievements and your spiritual, your possessions, material possessions. Your sacral chakra is asking you to get away from a state of victimhood, and you are not a victim of your circumstances. Everybody has the ability to change. And your root chakra is asking you to not worry so much about achieving big goals, what working, having a lot of money, or to take care of your physical health, especially if you have a tendency to ignore those things. Skipping meals, not getting enough sleep, all of these things are habits that you need to break. And by being more selfish, putting these things inside towards you first, it will help you towards your spiritual ascension. Thank you, Julia, so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Julia says, Julia says, please check and see if Potion's name was on the list, please. Potion. Yes, I've got Potions. Yes, thank you, Julia. And Julia says, my sugar mama passed 2 years now. Not 2 years, Julia. And that you love to work. Working is good, but in moderation, okay? In moderation. As much as you are working, you also have to rest. You cannot always be in inertia. You cannot always do things. Yin and yang. Yin and yang. Okay? Standard time. So if you thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell so that you can be notified when I do go live. Thank you, Julia. I truly do appreciate your patience. So, and yes, for anyone who is new to my channel, I do general readings every week, and they all have a theme. The theme of this reading and the theme of every reading will be in the deep my Thursday readings, unless it is the theme that I'm doing specific questions. A mini tarot situation reading. My little Julia is doing very well. She slept in last night. She got to camp out. If you could please let me know if you want to focus on the habits that you need to break or the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension. Let me burn some wood. Just let me know if you want to focus on the habits you need to break or the sex potions and petals will be after 𝙃𝙚𝙖. And if there's anyone else that's on my free reading list that would like a reading, need to break. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Julia. I'll make sure that my IT guy, aka the love of my life, aka my boyfriend, checks on my internet connection when we get off. All right, 𝙃𝙚𝙖, thank you for your patience. We're going to focus on the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension and the planetary supporting energy that will assist you in breaking those habits. Yes. I would not be surprised if Venus was your supporting energy. Venus or Neptune. Especially Neptune. The lady. So the lady in this deck is the Empress in traditional tarot. The third card representing the sign of Libra. Empress is the divine feminine energy. It is focusing on our ability to receive, to listen, to relax, self-care, self-love, and also receiving help and support and asking for help and support. Habits that you need to break surrounding these two energies include the tendency to want to do everything yourself, feeling like you may be a burden to others, or that you have got to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders alone in order for anything to get done. This may cause some confusion as with your relationships. You may start questioning, if people truly do care about you, or if people want your well-being intact, because they're not as supportive. But you've got to ask yourself, have I put up a barrier that prevents them from taking care of me like I need to? Also, with these two card energies, the Seven of Cups, as a habit that you need to break, is illusionary, a tendency to be confused with too many options or lack thereof, or where we idolize a situation instead of seeing the truth of the matter. you may look in the higher side, giving things the benefit of the doubt, when in reality, you know that that person or this environment is going to crash and burn. And that affects your divine feminine energy, where you are not feeling nurtured, you're not nurturing yourself here, and you may tend to take care of others and become even mothering or parenting over the people in your environment. The Seven of Cups also can, it confuses you. When things are going very well, we can have a tendency to think that it's not, and so we may inflict disruptions into our own life, which affects your divine feminine and self-care abilities with the energy of the Empress. The Empress also is an energy of abundance here, knowing that you most definitely have all of the resources that you need to attract prosperity into your life. The lady can care for herself and others, and you are that person. So let go of the tendency to maybe rely a little bit too heavily on the emotional support and love on other people. You've got to fill that void in yourself first before you can look for that energy outwards, because you may have a tendency to always feel empty if you take that method. The planetary supporting energy, 𝙃𝙚𝙖𝙡𝙯, that will help you break these habits is Venus. Yeah, Venus. I said Venus or Neptune. I could tell because of this Empress energy. Libra is ruled by Venus, but the Seven of Cups is a Piscean energy, which is ruled by Neptune. It all boils down to love, who we love, who we let in our space, and how we are loving and respecting ourselves. Venus energy also deals with our material possessions. Taurus energy, it's ruled by, our money, our self-worth, our value, what we've achieved as well. Again, you don't need to rely on anyone else. You're independent, but you are also not an island in the same breath. There can be a balance between the two, and if the more you allow yourself to receive support and help instead of wanting to do everything by yourself, or feel like you're the only one that can provide this type of guidance or support, you will be able to move forward in your spiritual ascension. I'm getting some connection here with your heart chakra and healing a potential blockage there. And thank you so much, 𝙃𝙚𝙖, for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Jade. Hey, Dashika. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Cheryl. All right. Lauren is next because everybody had left and there were only 3 people here, Julia, 𝙃𝙚𝙖, and Lauren. So after Lauren, we'll take care of Vicky in order, and then Jade, and then Dashika. Lauren, please let me know if you want to focus on the habits you need to break or the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. Did she leave? Steven is the best. He is the best. Lauren says, I have been panicking about coming in contact with the virus, even though I have only been out 3 times, and I've been protecting and following the protocol. I'm trying to stay calm. Yeah, I know, Lauren. I've been seeing your Facebook posts. I don't know where she went. She'll be back. Okay. Lauren, I need to know what if you want to focus on the habits you need to break or the habits that you need to develop. And Vicky, Jade, and Dashika, if you all could please be thinking about which one you want to focus on when it is time for your reading. I would truly do appreciate that. Hey, Ariane. No, I don't have enough subscribers currently on my channel to do super chats. at this time. I take donations through PayPal and Cash App, but my extended reading and donation list is currently closed. And Lachey is a Libra. Yes, that Empress energy. Yes. Okay. Lauren said I can pick. Yes. I'm so glad that I picked that. I would not be surprised if Jupiter or Venus was your supporting energy. All right, Lauren, let's get started. So you let me pick, and I chose to focus on the habits you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. And I'm glad I picked it because I'm very happy with the outcome. You've got the energy of the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Six of Wands. You are an entrepreneur, you are a wife, you are a mother, you do everything. You are a relationship counselor, you've got your own wine business. I mean, you are an inspiration, and you need to continue to focus on all of those things and balancing them equally. The Ten of Pentacles is the card of prosperity and success, and it involves the themes of professional development, family, and your career. And you have got to believe that you will be victorious in whatever it is that you set your mind to, because you ultimately, Lauren, you will be your biggest enemy when it comes to uh, you not succeeding or your downfall. Ten of Pentacles is also the energy of security, habits that you need to develop. You have got to believe that you will be safe, that you will have everything that you need, all of the resources at all times, and that if there are any obstacles or challenges, you have got to believe that you are a warrior, and you take that warrior spirit and you face those challenges and those adversities head on with full faith that your higher power is not going to let you fail. You're going to do well, and you have just got to continue to repeat that. I know that you're focusing right now on the virus. I know that you personally have been in contact or known people that have contracted the virus and are trying to recover and are battling from it, and I completely understand how it is challenging your need for security and enticing this sense of paranoia. But spirit's got you, God's got you, and you have got to have faith in that. But not only that, it's a two person team. Your higher power can't only do everything if you yourself isn't putting in the work. Continue to put in that work into everything that brings you prosperity into your life, and you will be victorious. Habits you need to develop. The planetary supporting energy that will help you develop these habits is Mercury. Yes, this is the first time Mercury has come out. Mercury is totally throat chakra energy. Worry, fear, and doubt are blockages in the throat chakra. Mercury is the communication rule planet. Mercury is how we speak to others, how we network, but also gaining control over our mind here and not letting our thoughts carry us away. So you've got you're your own worst enemy, Lauren. You've got to rise above those challenges. Keep yourself in a high vibration. And if you notice that your energy is being depleted, log off of Facebook, stop reading the news. I mean, we know things are challenging out there. It will just make it worse if you're checking every 5 minutes. Okay. Take your mind off of what's going on in the world and focus on your career. Focus on your family. Continue homeschooling. Giving all of us, first time homeschool, stay at home parents like me, advice. And this is going to help you feel more victorious in your ability to overcome your obstacles and challenges. Thank you, Lauren, so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Hey, Nana. Let's see. Vicky. I didn't like it. Did I miss my turn? Nana, no, you didn't. You did not miss your turn. Some people had left, so I skipped around a bit. Next is going to be Vicky, and then Jade, and then Dashika. And Vicky is here. Vicky wants to focus on the habits that she can develop. For those of you who are new, welcome. Both my free and my extended reading lists are closed. So please do thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell as I do these readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's always a theme. You may not ask a specific question unless that is the theme of the day. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram to see what the weekly theme will be. If you are unable to attend the live reading or would like to get an extended reading, you may submit a donation. And you are not required to be present during the live reading if you have submitted a donation. All right. And Lauren says that her reading did resonate. Good. All right, Vicky, we're going to focus on the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward toward your spiritual ascension and the planetary supporting energy that will assist you in doing that. Yes. Okay, Vicky, let's get started. The energy representing the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Swords. So habits you need to develop. Nine of Swords energy is interesting because usually there's a low vibration attached to the energy of the Nine of Swords of fear, anxiety, worry about the worst case scenario, especially when it concerns to your livelihood, your safety, your security, your material possessions, and your career. As habits that you need to develop, don't worry about these things. Don't stay up losing sleep, being anxious about the decisions that you made in those areas, or if there are outside influences that you do not have an ability to control, you should not be losing sleep or stressing out about those things either. You need to rely on your higher power to protect you in those times. When you've lost control or you feel like you do not have the control, then you need to ask for help. You are not meant to do these things alone. A spiritual ascension ultimately is you having co-creation with your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your higher power. And it takes teamwork for you to get there. You're not relying on teamwork with Nine of Swords energy. So break those habits to develop new ones of having faith in yourself and in the divine. The Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords also, as habits that you need to develop, include developing new values. What is important to you? New goals for your professional development. What do you want to reach? If you have a goal that's very large, very big, assign small baby steps along the way so as to not get discouraged, Nine of Swords energy, that it may be taking you so long to get there. And when you reach those baby goals, Vicky, you have got to celebrate them just as if they were the big goal. It definitely will motivate you, and it keeps your vibrations high, which keeps you in connection with spirit, which helps you also with your ascension. The planetary supporting energy, Vicky, that will help you develop these habits is Jupiter. Yes, faith over fear. Jupiter is faith. At Sagittarius ninth house energy, you've got to have it. When you feel like things are out of your control, ask for help. Your spirit guides are listening to you here. You can't be on a spiritual journey and then try to rely on your own human self. We can only do so much. Sometimes you need a sprinkle of miracle or a sprinkle of blessing to give you what it is that you're trying to manifest. You can't have these things if you lose faith. Jupiter is also an energy of spirituality and optimism, looking at the brighter side of things, and focusing on some type of divination, such as astrology, numerology, tarot, even, that may help you take your mind away from what is worrying you. But it also can give you some new goals or some ideas for some new goals that would assist you with your spiritual ascension. Learn something new, especially if you're not very familiar with your birth chart. Start there. That's I always suggest that. Once you learn how to read your own birth chart, it'll explain so much. Why you think this way, why you get defensive, why you love a certain way, why you have conflict in a certain way. Your birth chart can tell you the past karma that you came in this life for, the reason why you were placed in this life, in this journey, in the major goals. I mean, it can tell you everything. And even as a beginner, there are a lot of different websites that can help you discern the aspects and navigating. And of course, you've got me. So definitely focus on, divination with these new goals, and assigning even some baby steps with the goals in the ethers, your career, your family, and that moves you in your spiritual ascension. Vicky, thank you so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. And Vicky says true. All right. I know it's late, Vicky. I'm moving as fast as I can. Jade, are you still here? Vicky says thank you so much, and it resonates. I'm glad that it does resonate. Yeah, definitely check out your birth chart. And if you don't know, if you don't even know where to start, just come and find me on social media or email me at okaasanstarot@gmail.com. And all you need is your accurate birth time, and I can help you with your chart. Cheryl says that they got their birth chart from Cafe Astrology. Cafe Astrology is very good. It's user friendly. I use astro.com, which is not as user friendly if you're not experienced. Astro Charts is also very good. It can break down the aspects for you, but send me a message and I can help you with that. Jade wants to focus on the habits that they need to develop in order to move forward in their spiritual ascension. Let's get started. Yes. Rebirth in the Three of Cups. Moon, maybe Venus, maybe your planetary supporting energy. Or not. This card that just attacked me. Okay. So I'm going to take the card that Spirit chose to attack me with, and then I pulled my own card because it's my reading, and Spirit is impatient. Jay, let's get started. the energy representing the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the Three of Cups clarified by the energy of the rebirth. Rebirth in this deck is the Judgment card in traditional tarot, the 20th card. As habits you need to develop, judgment is making those final decisions here where you are in control. You have the authority about what makes you happy and what brings you joy in your life. Maybe it is that you have a tendency to be easily influenced by your friends or your peers, or you try new things that may be trendy or that is popular, but it may not really resonate with who you really are or what you want to do. Spirit is asking you to do what you want to do, even if other people do not agree. You've got the final authority in those decisions. Develop that habit. Also, a rebirth is rebirth in this deck for a reason and not judgment. Rebirth means to be born anew. Spirit is saying that you have already broken some karmatic, toxic ties that you carried over in your past life, and you are being born anew. Developing these habits and the Three of Cups of joy, lightheartedness, having fun, and bringing fun even to the most tedious and monotonous, life task that we have to do is also going to help with your spiritual ascension. And make it fun, make it a game here. Find a reason to be happy on purpose. You are being born anew. You are already in this transformation phase. So I'm not feeling, Jade, where you have any blockages towards overcoming these challenges. The rebirth and the Three of Cups also is the energy of second chances. If there is something that you failed at or did not work out, you can try again. Spirit wants you to not give up on yourself, including any type of spiritual work that you are doing. It takes time, and I've been on my journey for I've been reading tarot for 11 years, but I've only been on a spiritual journey since my Saturn return because I didn't have a choice. And that was what? I'll be 32. How old am I? It's been about 4 years, so everybody grows and develops in their own time, Jade, and that is okay. If something doesn't work out, you continue to try again, and that is something that you need to develop here, having that faith in yourself to be able to start over. The planetary supporting energies, because you've got two, the one that Spirit chose and the one that I chose, that will help you develop these habits. We've got Mars, the energy of inertia, taking action, being assertive here, using your energy creatively to do something, and Venus. Didn't I say Venus? Spirit. My spirit. I've got two. My spirit guys, and they're males, from what my Reiki master tells me, and they like to do these things. They like to toy with me. You got Mars, and then the opposite Venus. So Mars is that masculine energy, being in inertia, taking action, being an assertive, and Venus is that feminine energy of self-love, self-care, relaxation, taking a break, having fun. Three of Cups energy. You've got to find a balance of the two, the yin and the yang. And these things may be off balance. You can either find yourself being very passive and submissive at times and letting people take control over you, snatching away your joy. Or it could be the other way around, where you are being very overly assertive, or you are being very aggressive with trying to achieve your goals, and you forget to take care of yourself and to take a break. Yin and yang. Find that balance in the masculine and feminine energies, Julia, and that will lead you towards the right path toward in your spiritual ascension. Thank you, Jade, so much for your patience and for joining me, and I pray that your reading resonates. All right, so Jade, Dashika, are you still here? Username Sunny Days. After Sunny Days, it'll be Nana, and then Cheryl. I have Elisa on here twice. Okay. Dashika, can you please let me know if you want to focus on the habits you need to break or the habits that you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension? Yes, ma'am, I surely can. Mm, Listen, stop throwing cards at me, please. I need to burn some wood. Mercury or Jupiter may be your planetary supporting energy. I wouldn't be surprised. So you allow me to choose. And so I chose to focus on the habits that you need to break in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension. And we got the energy of the Four of Swords clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Passive communication. You have got to be clear in what it is that you want. And this is with yourself and with others. And there may be a tendency here to lose sight of your goals, lose track of your goals, or lose track of time within your own self because of boredom or because of some type of indecision, the energy of the Four of Swords. And thus we can get low vibration Three of Pentacles of miscommunication and confusion. With the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, you could be stunting your creativity. You may have a lot of ideas stuck in your head of what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to become and grow into, but are you actively making plans to do that? And are you going to take action on the plans that you make? You've got to get everything out of your brain and maybe put it on some paper and, write it down. See what it is you want to do, what's required to achieve that, and ask yourself, is this something that, is plausible that I can achieve? As this relates to other people, for habits you need to break, Dashika, this could be maybe you even waiting on work. So if you have a tendency to underestimate your abilities and you let other people take the credit for your work or let other people be in charge when you know you've got better ideas or you have a more efficient plan, you need to speak up. Okay. Also, with the Four of Swords, the Four of Swords is contemplation. This is a lot of thinking, a lot of planning here, but there's nothing being done. Three of Pentacles requires that creative energy to be put in use. So these are all energies of habits that you need to break: indecision, passive communication, being with your goals and your aspirations, and energies of miscommunication, doubt, and worry are all habits that you may need to break. The planetary supporting energy that will help you break these habits, Ashika, is Jupiter. So, Jupiter is ninth house energy. It is the energy of spirituality, and this is a spiritual ascension reading. So, I feel like that these things may be a part of your next a lesson that spirit may send you, and other people may be involved. So be very mindful of having, a creative, like a writer's block, a creative block, or having to deal with other people and work as a team. These people or these things may be a part of your next lesson, especially if you find yourself being very challenged with being able to work in those energies. Things can change and things can get better, and faith in your ability to succeed in whatever it is that you can finally set your mind to. If you do have a creative venture, writing, blogging, artistic abilities, if you are also interested in spirituality and divination, learning to study those and even practicing them actively, such as reading tarot or astrology, this is something also that will help you with your spiritual ascension using the energy of Jupiter. Thank you, Tashika, so much for your patience and for joining to do their reading. And Tashika says, I'm literally in the middle of making a business plan. Good. Do that. And get it out of your head and get it out there on paper, and then take action on it, especially if it's something that you are passionate about. That Three of Pentacles energy can work for you. That's networking, making business partners, getting ideas from friends or other people that may have like minds. Use that to your advantage. Do not hesitate. Don't sit and contemplate. It's good to think about it, but sitting on these ideas, it's like I heard pot of gold is what Spirit is saying. Pot of gold. X marks the spot. You're right there. This is something that can bring you some prosperity, maybe even money, because it's a business plan. It's definitely not something that you should just keep in your head. Thank you, Julia, for the reminder. All right, Nana is next. Nana, can you please let me know if you want to focus on the energy that you want to, the habits you need to break or habits you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension? Hey, Jennifer. Hey, welcome. Both my free and my extended list are closed. So if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I do these readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am usually fully booked before 9:45. This free reading list are first come first service basis, but the extended list is donation only, and you are not required to be in the live reading to get your extended reading. And if you're not here, you will get your own private link for your weekly reading. Hey Nana, can you do it regarding love? So you want me to do the habits that you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension concerning your love life? I can do that. I can ask Spirit. All right. Look at there. Spirit heard me. I would not be surprised if and I got the energy of the Queen of Cups clarified by the Six of Wands. This Queen of Cups is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It may be in your chart, but ultimately, water energy is about our feelings, love, how we give energy. If you're not doing it with yourself, if you are, not affirming yourself, if you're not boosting your own confidence, if you are not taking care of your physical health, you're not going to get a partner that respects that. You've got to treat yourself how you want to be treated for the wants of others. Needs for the wants of others. Wants are not required. Needs are. What you need to feel loved, what you need to feel happy, what you need to feel protected is important too. And if people have wants where they can make a compromise for the sake of your needs, that's the type of energy that you need to surround yourself with. People that cannot do that for you, that have a hard time compromising, people that have a hard time, respecting the fact that you do have needs. These are people that you need to reevaluate why you want them in your life. And this could be romantic love, or learn to love yourself unconditionally. When you can truly look at yourself in the mirror, look at your past, look at your scars, look at your failures, and you can still have your head held high, that's when your vibration shoots up through the roof, and you start attracting people that are soulmates or life partners. You need life partners in your life, people that also have room to grow but are willing to take in that effort to construct and evolve themselves. You cannot save anybody. You're not meant to rescue anybody. It's hurt. And this is also a habit that you may need to break in order to develop the higher characteristics of the energy of the Queen of Cups. Venus, yes. So Venus is love here, and this is what you had asked for. And it appears, as clear as this message is, Nana, your love life and the success of that love life has a direct connection to your spiritual ascension. Okay, so you really have to be mindful, especially with your romantic partners, who you give your person. Okay, if you're attracting aggressive people that have issues with power and control, look within and say, what am I doing to give my power away? Why do they have control over me? If you are attracting people that are broke, have no kind of career aspirations, are completely good with the bare minimum, you've got to look at yourself and say, how low is my self-worth that I'm willing to deal and be in a relationship with somebody who is completely okay with, achieving only the bare minimum? Look within that Queen of Cups energy, and it will help you with your spiritual ascension. Thank you, Nana, so much for your patience and for joining me. And I pray that your reading resonates. Nana says, I always attract guys that need to heal, and I try to fix them. That is 100% Queen of Cups energy, especially if you've got Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart. Yeah, you most definitely are going to attract people that need to heal, because that's what water energy does. But your lesson is learning when your limits, that you're not supposed to fix people have to learn to help themselves. And if you are attracting partners that are relying on you, they're energy vampires, and that's when you've got to learn to cut it off, and not continue to give them the benefit of the doubt. They hold you back from your spiritual ascension. Nana says that, so the person I am manifesting will come. And Nana also says, I attract aggressive guys. If you have a tendency to attract aggressive guys, that means that your energy is very, very passive. That's 100% Queen of Cups energy. So you are subservient. You are a caregiver. You are an empath. You are very nurturing, very mothering, but you're not attracting that from other people because you don't do that for yourself. Fix you first. You are the most important person in your life. And when you start to take care of you, that's when you start attracting some worthy partners and not wasting your time on soulmates. Okay. Cheryl, are you still here? Cheryl, I like mine to be about love, and I pick develop. Okay. Cheryl also, and Nana, you agrees. Yes, you're an empath. See, you especially need to protect yourself as an empath, because the Queen of Cups energy will lose herself in a relationship. I'm a Queen of Cups. I'm Scorpio dominant, and I'm Cancer rising. She will lose herself in a relationship. So, learn to be a little bit more selfish in love. It's not having high standards. That's not the case at all. You're getting exactly what you need, and you're respecting yourself. All right, Cheryl. I appreciate your patience. We're going to focus also for you, the habits you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension and in your love life. And if Cheryl is the last one, Elisa is who I will do last. Yes. I didn't flip over. The moon or Mercury? Maybe your planetary supporting energy, Cheryl, but we'll see. Wow. Didn't I say the moon or Mercury? And when I wanted it to be a surprise, my card flips over. So, Cheryl, let's get started with your reading. Your spirit guides must be very anxious to tell you this news because my cards keep flipping over. I have asked Spirit for you, Cheryl, what are the habits you need to develop in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension and in your love life? And I got the energy of the Queen of Swords clarified by the High Priestess. High Priestess does not come out very often in my readings, but it does come out when I am reading for empaths and clairvoyance, people that have a natural psychic ability. So if you had any type of suspicion that you were gifted, Cheryl, I am here to affirm that yes, you are gifted and you need to start using your third eye effectively with your spiritual ascension and in your love life. You have got to start trusting in your intuition. That gut feeling, your spidey senses tingling, don't ignore them here. You came into this life with a gift. Why aren't you using it? Especially when it comes to love. It can keep you from, avoiding, people that are going to abuse you and waste your time. That's the energy of the High Priestess energy. The Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, also could be in your chart, is asking you to develop into this person. The Queen of Swords is receptive, Queen energy. She knows how to listen, paying attention to her surroundings, paying attention to what people say to her, and not twisting their words. Take them for who they are, take them for what they say. Do not try to turn it into a pretty picture. Do not give it the benefit of the doubt. A High Priestess is saying that if your spidey senses are tingling and you're hearing sweet nothings and you're feeling, BS detectors going off, you need to address it. Ask questions first, though, instead of being in the King energy, impulsively speaking out. Ask the right questions. Do your investigation here. That will help you with wasting time on soulmate energies and love. Also, habits you need to develop as a Queen of Swords. A Queen of Swords is someone that has complete control over their thoughts as well. And the High Priestess is a manifesting energy. Similar to the Magician, it is the second card in tarot, but this is you manifesting your thoughts. If you can speak positive affirmations all day, but if you've already been defeated in your mind, it's a wrap. You have got to be very mindful of how you are processing your thoughts. Worry, fear, anxiety, insomnia, especially if you're not getting any sleep. All of these things are blockages in your communication chakras. Throat chakra, especially. Signs of a blockage in the third eye chakra includes not paying attention to the signs and synchronicities. And then the third communication chakra is your crown, losing faith and losing your connection with the divine. You can't, Cheryl. You're gifted. You need your crown chakra. You need that because you are also a channel for messages, just as I am channeling the message for you right now. But you use your gift in a logical way. This Queen of Swords energy. where you're not trying to be so realistic and conforming to society standards. You're not letting your emotions take the best of you with that water energy, and you're not going solely with who you're physically attracted to or what makes you passionate, or being combative with that fire energy, air energy, and the Queen of Swords. Logic, practical thinking, using your mind, gaining control over your thoughts, and also how you speak. If you say today's going to be a bad day, Cheryl, today will be a bad day. You are a manifester. So speak the truth, speak positivity into your life. Claim this partner. If you're not currently involved, claim them. And then thank your spirit guides and higher power for bringing you this person, even when they are not here. Even when they are not here, act as if they are, and that's how you're going to attract that thing to you. The planetary supporting energy that is going to help you develop these habits is indeed Mercury. And I figured that it was either going to be the moon or Mercury because of your card energies. And air is a Mercury energy. Mercury is Virgo, Gemini energy. And Virgo is an earth sign. So you may have Virgo in your chart. Mercury is communication. It is our plans. It is our thinking here, short and long term. It is also our speech. Focusing on developing those things and getting rid of your bad habits in those areas will help you transform into this Queen of Swords energy. Cheryl, thank you so much for coming back to this reading and for joining me and for being very, very, very patient. And I pray that your reading resonates. Cheryl says that Venus is in Virgo, and this was a reading focusing on your spiritual ascension and your love. And Spirit even told me the signs that you have. So yes, definitely, absolutely. I don't feel that there's any blockage in your energy here, Cheryl. I think that doubting yourself is what really is what's going to hurt you. Hey, Lady Jane. Thank you, Julia. Yes, both my free reading list and my extended list are both closed. But I do these free readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just please do subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell, as my free readings are a first come, first service basis. And I'm on book every Thursday, like every Thursday. So if you would like to get an extended reading, or if you are unable to stay and attend the live reading, you may submit a donation to my channel, and you are not required to be present during the live reading to receive that. You would get a private link sent to you at a later or earlier time. Cheryl says that was amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Really. I definitely would check your, because there's an intuitive energy here. Check if you're into astrology. Check to see if you got heavy water planets in your chart, or any aspects to water houses. That's going to be the fourth house, Cancer house, the eighth house, Scorpio house, and the 12th house, Pisces house. Also, because Mercury is your supporting energy, Cheryl, look at any types of aspects that your Mercury planet in Virgo has. So if it is negatively aspected, it'll tell you by a square or opposition, a conjunction, depending on the planet, where you can make improvements on concerning your love life, because Mercury is your supporting energy. Okay, so Cheryl's is done. Okay, I've got 3 people in the room. Seba, Maya may be asleep. Ashley S, Myra, CG. I have Elisa twice. I don't know why. Hey, Crystal Jackson. Hey, welcome. I do general theme readings every Thursday. I do not answer specific questions during my intuitive readings unless that is the theme. And currently, my list is closed. It closed about 2.5 hours ago. All right, so let's do Elisa. Elisa is on the other side of the planet and had to go to bed. And it is 2:58:51. 2:58:51. All right. Okay, Elisa, since you are not here and you cannot choose, I'm going to do both for you. I'll be focusing on the habits that you need to break and the habits you need to develop in order to move forward towards your spiritual ascension, and the planetary supporting energy that will help you with both. Cards are trying to flip over and go in reverse. Yes. Elisa, I feel if Jupiter or Mercury may be your planetary supporting energy for this reading. What is the planetary supporting energy? Okay, Lisa, let's get started with your reading. The energy representing the habits you need to break in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the Four of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Swords. Holding on to old hurts, holding on to old pain, holding on to situations where you were betrayed here is definitely something you need to break. When you get hurt, it cuts deep because you just expect the highest of other people, especially when it concerns your family and your resources, your time, your energy, and your money. If you give these things to people, if you devote yourself to your family, if you're loyal to romantic partnerships and friends as if they are family and they end up doing you wrong, it cuts deep. And you may have a tendency to hold on to resentment, and you may hold on to a lot of grief connected to that. It causes this major scar on your heart that is difficult to heal, and you may also have a tendency to try to hide for Pentacles those scars and pretend that they don't exist. You have got to experience some types of disappointments in life, because then it teaches you how to value yourself and your time and your energy and your money. It teaches you when to give your loyalty and for you to not just, make it rain to any and everybody, because there are so many people that do not deserve your loving kindness. This is a habit that you need to break in order to move forward. The habits you need to develop, Elisa, in order to move forward in your spiritual ascension. We've got the nine of swords clarified by the Three of Cups. So there is a challenging theme in your sword card energies. Sword represents air. It also represents communication. This could be how you speak and how you think, and also your faith, crown, third eye, and throat chakra energy. It's challenged for you. So you have sword card energy for habits you need to break and develop. And the Nine of Swords, coupled with the Three of Cups for a habit you need to develop, is worrying about friendships, worrying about who really is genuinely there for you, having enough friends, having people that may like you, enjoying your company, being a people pleaser, or worrying about bringing some sense of joy and happiness into your life. Um, Three of Cups also represents children, and this is, take this message as it resonates, because you've got two threes. So as this relates to family, because Spirit told me family first, I'm not sure how old you are, but if you have been trying to work on expanding your family, such as, finding a partner to have children with, or if you've had some type of childhood issues, it's what you need to let go of, but also what you need to embrace. Use those disappointments as a way to move forward and learn not to continue to make those mistakes. As this relates to love, threes are third party energy. Third party on my channel is not restricted to other romantic partners. It's anybody that interferes with the relationship. This could be work. Work can be a third party, a partner that spends more time at work than with the relationship. It could be family, dating somebody that's, mama's boy, daddy's girl, or someone that is easily influenced by their family. These things may have caused disappointment in your love life. Habits you need to break and habits you need to develop, using them to not make those mistakes anymore. As this relates to friends, this could be you dealing with people that may have gossiped in the past, spoken ill about you, and it has affected your reputation. Spirit is saying that you will not always come in contact with those types of people. You will not always have to suffer from those childhood wounds. You can heal. And when you yourself want to have your own family, you most definitely have the ability to break those negative, toxic, karmatic family habits so that your children and your family can live in a healthy environment. Habits that you need to develop. So, uh, Elisa, the planetary supporting energy that will help you break and develop these habits is Mars. Look at there. Mars, you need to take control. You are in control. You have the authority. You need to take action. You cannot be passive. You cannot just hide away when you are hurt. You cannot let people hurt you. You fight back. You take those swords that people have stabbed you in the back right out, and you start slashing and tell people get out of your way, and that you mean business, friend, family, romantic partner, whoever. You have got to learn to defend your own self, and you cannot rely on outside people to do that for you, because then you may get disappointed. That's that energy of the loyalty, giving your loyalty away to people that do not deserve it here. Let them earn it. Even your career, let them earn it. Don't be that hard worker that does everybody else's work and then you're punished for it by getting even more work. Assert yourself. If you're going to give me more work, you also need to give me more money, or you're going to have to get someone else to do it. That's that Mars energy, taking action here. Lisa, I pray that you are sleeping well at this exact time. And then when you come back to listen to your reading, I pray that it resonates for you. All right. So Lisa's done. I have GC, Myra, Ashley S, Maya, and Seba. Please do let me know if you all are here. Seba, Maya's probably asleep. She's with the child. She's probably asleep. And it's midnight here. Ashley S, Myra, and CG. If you are still here, please do let me know. Thank you, Julia, so much. I truly do appreciate all of your help. It means so much to me that you all come and volunteer to help keep other people informed, because my readings are already pretty lengthy, because I do, nearly 30 every week. So I can't always answer questions, and you have been a massive help to me, Julia. Um, Hey, Sharonda. Yes, ma'am. Hello. I am still going. I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm feeling pretty good, and it's been some really good messages. So, and what are you doing up? You sitting here on my channel. What are you doing up? It's 12:12. All right, my lovelies. Thank you guys so much for your patience. It was a lengthy reading, and I truly do appreciate it. If you give me your time, I am going to try my best to channel in your messages and give you a quality reading, whether you submit a donation or not. I appreciate the time that you all spend with me. A couple of announcements. I'm here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're on lockdown. But Dancing Moon Books and Gifts, the store that I work at, will be opened today, technically, this Friday, and also two other dates. I believe the 21st and the 26th of April, to be taking orders. I will not physically be there to read tarot, but if you need any type of divination tools or you want to stock up, you can check them out. We do have social distancing rules here where only so many people at a time can be in the store. But if you call ahead of time, they will shop for you, take your payment for you, and bring your material to the front door. Another announcement that I have to make, we have a new moon in Taurus next week, and I will be doing my new moon petition as I do every month. So please do follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram, for the details of that petition. I my root work is good. I like to be humble, but I've been I've been helping people out, and I don't brag a lot on my channel, but Positive for Life is one of my loyal, clients here, and I've been adding Positive for Life to my last two or three petitions, and Positive for Life had been waiting since the two Mercury retrogrades ago. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio back in October, November timeframe, to get the notice if she would be accepted to their master's program. And after a couple of petitions, she finally got the news that they were accepted. So it's free. All you've got to do is comment your name, and I write it down, and I do some root work for you. So I do that every full moon and every new moon, which happens every 2 weeks. Other announcement. That's it. That's all I have right now. I usually do a giveaway at least once a month, and I don't think I've done one yet. So the new moon petition, I'll probably do a giveaway with for a free reading. And follow me on social media for the details on that as well. Um, hey Julia, can you please do a small request reading for me? Okay, yeah. What do you want me to do, Julia? Oh you work 12 to 6 now. 12 a.m. Julia, let me know what you want me to do for you. It's the least that I can do since you've been helping me. And hey Sonia. Hey, welcome. Yes, as Julia said, my lists are closed. I start my reading at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been on for 3 hours, 12 minutes, and 14 seconds. But I do these readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification, get notified when I go live, as my free reading list is a first come, first service basis. Is the Gemini being honest to you? Yeah, absolutely. Let's find out. So, is the Gemini being honest to you? It's a yes or no question. So I'm going to ask Spirit. How can I phrase this? I'll ask Spirit, what is the probability of the Gemini being honest and truthful with you? And based off of the energy of the cards, I will know if they are or not. So what I'm looking for dishonesty is the devil energy. I'm looking for odd number cards that can bring an energy of fickleness and indecisive in the reading, especially threes and sevens. I'm looking specifically for Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I'm looking also for the Seven of Swords energy. The Moon is also an energy of someone potentially having secrets. Nine of Swords is a good card for dishonesty as well. Magician card, Emperor, sometimes can come off as dishonesty. The Hangman even. So let's see if the Geminis be honest to you. Okay, so we got the Four of Cups, the World, and the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Wands at the bottom. So Seven of Wands is an energy of defending your standards, defending your boundaries, setting boundaries here. So it could be that in communication, especially if you are in conflict, or if the Gemini insist on thinking or feeling a certain way, they feel that they are establishing their boundaries. As far as if they are being honest to you, I am not getting an energy of strong dishonesty, or at least the intent to be malicious with their thoughts or their words. Four Cups, the World, and the Queen of Swords. So there is a sense with your Gemini of either emotional contemplation, unsure about their feelings, or boredom. It could also be that the Gemini really is focusing on energy of the past or old news even, and not really taking advantage of some new opportunity or blessing in the energy of the Four of Cups. This could pose a potential missed opportunity for one or both of you in a relationship. With the energy of the World, there is something that is trying to change within your relationship, and especially with this Gemini. Breaking cycles, ending old habits, ending old things, and starting anew. The World is also an energy of completion. So maybe it is that the Gemini is looking for ways of overcoming some emotional difficulties or conflicts in the relationship, but they may be having a hard time with doing that. I have the energy of the Queen of Swords. They're a Gemini. Queen of Swords, Gemini energy. This person is vibrating on a receptive energy. Regardless of gender, they came up as a queen, which is someone that is more passive. They may be prone to silent treatments. They may either start interrogating or asking a lot of questions. They may seem very suspicious, but they're not so forthcoming with their own information, talking themselves. So, high vibration energy of the Queen of Swords is someone that is an active listener. So if you feel that your Gemini is not listening to you, they can be vibrating more in the low vibration energy of the Queen of Swords, which is passive talking, miscommunication, not telling the entire truth, like a partial truth. Or it could be someone that throat chakra may be blocked. Someone that may sometimes the Queen of Swords will take the information that they know to be able to use it against you later on. But that I'm not feeling that at all. Hey Ceres. Why is the four cups here? So this Four Cups energy, Julia, is clarified by the Prince of Wands. So the Gemini is feeling a bit stuck on what direction to go or what action to take. Also, the Gemini sometimes, oh gosh, they're a Gemini. I don't want to stereotype their sun sign, but Gemini, it's like a dual energy. One minute they think and have plans in this way, and like the literal next second it's completely different, and or they have changed their mind. There may be a lot of indecision with their action and their plans, and they may come off as unreliable in this energy. But they're trying to break this cycle with the world card. They're trying to break it. Okay, so she is done. Okay, do you see love for me from him? Love. Why is the world card here? Queen of Swords. Clarify the energy of the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords energy. The Two of Pentacles. There's a lot of indecision with this Gemini here. As far as love specifically, I'm not getting any energy from the cards that they do not love you, but love is not strongly influencing this reading. The only cup card I have for you, Julia, is the Four of Cups, which can be indecision or boredom in their emotions or their love life. I clarified the partner's card and got the Two of Pentacles, which is juggling multiple options. And that's what I was saying with the Prince of Wands. They feel one way one minute, and then it doesn't take but a hot second, and then they change their mind. So check your Gemini's chart, especially check their moon and their Venus signs and their placements. If you know their birth chart, check the houses. If they've got an air Venus sign, or have a Venus sign in an air house, that can be why this fickleness energy, that back and forth indecision energy, is coming off in their reading. But I'm not seeing deception. I'm not getting an energy where they are intentionally lying to you. There may be a tendency to not tell the whole truth, a partial truth, but it could be because they want to spare your feelings, or they simply just have no idea. Four Cups energy. But no, and I'm not getting an outright malicious intent to lie and hurt you. Not at all. Yes. Yes, be patient with them. I would definitely. Something isn't right on their end. And I mean, they're Gemini sun. I don't know how aspected their sun sign is, but that's it's expected for any air sign energy to maybe be in that way. All right. Okay. So Julia helped me out. So I definitely did not mind at all staying late to do that extra reading. Sarah's, hey, welcome. And Sarah says that she just woke up. That's fine. I'll hopefully be on my way to bed shortly. Okay, you guys, I don't have any other announcements to make. Yes, Sarah. Yes, that's an air sign. Julia, if you feel that you're on a twin flame journey with this Gemini, check out Sarah's tarot channel. Ivy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess it up. Ivy. What is it, Sarah? Sarah does twin flame readings is the point that I'm trying to make. I don't do twin flame readings on my channel because I'm not on the twin flame journey anymore. So unless I get a booking, I don't usually do them. But Sarah does do twin flame readings where she channels in the energy of the masculine and the divine feminine. And her readings may be able to help you with finding out what's happening in your relationship dynamic. Hey Alexa. Yes, Ivy Spiritual Messages and Tarot. I'm gonna remember it. I'm gonna remember. My Mercury is afflicted. It's retrograde, so it takes some time, but I eventually get it. You're very welcome. Alexis, hey, welcome. I'm about to sign off. I've been online for 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 42 seconds. But I do these free readings every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell and be one of the first people in line, you will be able to get your free reading. I love you guys so very much. I am praying for all of humanity as usual, faith over fear. And I am wishing you all many blessings of love and light. And I will see you guys next week. You're fine, Alexis. I'll be here next week. Thank you guys. And have a good rest of, well, it's my evening. See you guys next week. Thank you, Sharonda. Bye.